Good morning, YouTube car community. This is Mike with Mike's Miniature Motors. Just wanting to share a couple of the kits that I built years ago. I explained in a previous video how I've been pulling models out of storage. I had a box that my dogs came when I came home from eating the other day. My dogs had pulled the box out from underneath my desk, tore the flaps off, and surprised there was not a lot of damage to the models. There were a couple that were stepped on. The next video will have a convertible 355 that had to fix the windshield post on. But trying to pull my models out, putting them into display cases once all the models have been pulled out and cleaned, then I will show those display cases, because I know everything that I've shown you so far has been import. I do have a lot of domestics built. It just so happens that I put all the domestics in first, and been trying to put the imports away. Ferrari's my favorite marquee. I've got a lot of them. This kit right here that you're looking at is the Ferrari Superamerica. It's painted with Cobra colors. I think it's called Nero Daytona Metallic. Built it, I want to say, around 07 or so. I mean, not that that matters. But the neat thing about the kit is that the roof folds over like the real car, unlike the Revell kit. Alright, I think I've made a full circle on this one. Let me grab the next one. Again, we have the Ferrari Superamerica. In many ways, I'm like Dr. Cranky. He talks about how he likes to build sometimes two of everything, so he has kind of like an insurance policy. Well, for me, like I stated when I was doing the black car, Ferrari's my favorite marquee. If I had the resources and I bought a Ferrari, I'd be boring, and I'd probably get either red, or my second choice would be yellow. But I love Ferraris, so I always make two, one in red and a second one usually in what would be, so to say, my next choice. On both of the Superamericas here, I used the I believe it was the actual Studio 27 photo etch set. There's a couple different photo etch sets, and that just happened to be the one that I found first, and I bought two of them, one for this car, one for the black car. The neat thing about this car, it's kind of strange in many ways. I'm going to tilt the car sideways. It has what I consider a really loud interior with all the red accents. But the reason I did that, and even the bright red carpeting, the only 1-to-1 scale Superamerica that I've ever seen had an interior laid out just like that. I have pictures of it somewhere, and I could dig them out, but I just didn't before I shot this video. But it is kind of loud. It's very unusual. But I thought, well, if that's the way the car came, then I'm going to do something different than just painting the red on the seats, which is like a Daytona seat, and go all the way with it. But so there you have it. Up next, this is the Ferrari Diablo. They've done a couple different versions of this. I think two of the versions have had opening doors, and two did not. This was actually the first release. I remember when this car first came out, I thought, ooh, they finally replaced the Countach. And testers actually beat them to the punch. and released theirs first. But this one had opening doors, and even though I'd already built the tester's kit, I had to build this one. I don't remember if this opens up or not. Well, I guess it does. This was built back when the kit first came out, so it's kind of wonky, but and it's been through several moves. Here we go. Let me lift it up so you can kind of see the motor, or maybe not. I don't want to lift the camera up because I don't want to be shaky. But, you know, it's just built box stock. Nothing spectacular. This was built back in the day when it had really become a little more serious modeler. The only thing I was doing at this time is I had wired a few cars by this point. But for the most part, just polishing. Was the biggest thing that I had learned to this point. Clear coating. In the early days, I never clear coated. I just didn't know. They had a product out called the Treatment. It was a carnauba wax, and that's pretty much all I used to do, especially in the early days. Went to my first model show. It was called the Southwest Challenge in Dallas, Texas. I want to say maybe it was 87. And that's what really got me super excited about building models. And started, got to see a lot of the big dogs. Mark Gustafson at the time, Gary Grassman, Mike Siegman, Russ, any names I don't remember, and there's quite a few I've just plain forgotten. But that's what really went from more of just a weekend hobby to, wow, I've got to, I want mine to look like that, and started getting serious about building. This is the Revell, the Diablo Roadster. I believe the paint is actually a RC paint, a Pactra spray paint color. Don't remember the name of it. It's been a long time. I just, it was on sale at the hobby store one weekend. I thought, oh, that's an interesting color. And I bought it, and I had it in my paint shelves for forever. And I said, oh, you know what? Instead of using the Ferrari yellow, let me paint the Lamborghini a different color, shade of yellow. And that's kind of how this came about. Pretty neat kit, real simple. Just like the subject matter, and so I thought I'd build one. So there you go. You pretty much have it. Hope you all have a good week, good day. It's cold down here in South Texas, or at least what we consider cold. Not Charlie Mack cold, but it's in the 30s down here in Texas, and we don't quite know what to do in this kind of weather. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the cars, looking at the cars. Hit like, leave comments, subscribe. All right, y'all take care. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.